Oh, this is weird.
Hello.
Hey everyone. Welcome to the Caskets listening party for Lost Souls.
Hello.
Lots of comments already.
How are we doing?
I want to know that we can be heard.
Can you hear us?
Can everyone hear us okay?
Drop a big yes in the comments if you can hear us.
Yeah.
Desperately waiting for this big yes. Oh, Mel.
There we go. Thanks Mel.
Thanks,
Yes.
Mel.
Oh, Mel.
Appreciate
Hi, Mel.
it. So we're gonna go through the album track by track. Listen to it together. Feel free to drop your comments in the side. We'll answer some questions while we're going through, and then at the end we'll do a big Q&A session of anything that you guys think we've missed. So keep the questions coming. Should we kick it off?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
First one's the only ones.
It is the only one. Enjoy.
I've lost all I love, but dreaming can't help me to turn my mind off. I'm completely empty, I can't take much more, but I'll struggle through this till I rise or fall. I'm bleeding out the pain, but it holds on. Feeling the love I had, but now it's gone. Now you're no longer here, I'm on my own. It's hard to imagine I'll ever move on. You were the only one. You were the only one who understood the pain. We were the only one. We were the only ones. Now don't leave me. Maybe it's true, I've lost all I love. It's my mixed emotions that you got sick of. I can't shake the feeling, I could have done more. The past is the past, that's not worth living for. I'm bleeding out the pain, but it holds on. Feeling the love I had, but now it's gone. If you're not here, I'd rather be alone. Remembering memories like when you said to me, you were the only one. You were the only one who understood the pain. We were the only ones. We were the only ones. Now don't leave me. And now there's only me. And now there's only me. I know I'll still speak to you in my sleep. I'm aware that you're gone, but still it cuts deep. I'll see you again with my own two eyes, as I cross my heart and hope not to die. Can you hear my voice as you fall asleep? Did you feel my pain when you had to leave? You'll see me again with your own two eyes, when I cross my heart and hope to die. And hope to die. And hope to die. When I cross my heart and you were the only one. You were the only one who understood the pain. We were the only one.
And we're back.
Oh, back.
Ooh.
Let
I
me,
love that
let me
song
click on
so
my buttons. Right, let's get these comments up.
We're still muted.
You're always going to be muted. We've only got one mic.
Oh,
It's
there
him.
we go. Oh, my bad.
Don't you worry about the microphone, mate. I'll sort all of it.
My bad.
Sorted, yeah. So that's the only ones. Opening track on the album. Hope you all enjoyed it and the video. Do you guys want to kick off a bit of information about the song?
Yeah, so a little bit of backstory about the song. It was one of the first ones we wrote, like when we were prepping for the album. We knew it was something. We knew we had like something special on his hands, but like there was lots of debate going on in the lyric department, and we couldn't quite get it right. So we kind of like put it to one side for a bit, and then we went on tour in Europe with Hands Like Houses, and unfortunately at that time one of Matt's close friends died. So it was kind of a weird experience, but that kind of kicked off the writing process for this song. Do you want to elaborate, Matt?
Yeah. So like I said, like when we demoed the track out, and I was struggling to write lyrics at the time, and then we went on tour, and obviously my friend Michael passed away while I was on tour, so that's sort of I knew that once we came back to this song that was him that I wanted to write about, because obviously the song's so powerful. So yeah, I wrote a draft out and then brought it to the boys. It was a bit like what is it? A bit like on point, a bit too on point. So
To rein it in a bit.
Oh yeah, it was very on the nose, wasn't it? Of
Yeah.
it was, you were saying exactly how you're feeling.
Yeah,
There was sort of very little nuance. So
I like writing on the nose, but that was really pretty intense. Like, so yeah, like we spent a while, went through it all together. Yeah, and that's how it came out. Took us a while. Like, I was like the first verse, I believe, and then that's what I took to the boys, and then we fleshed the rest of it out. And then when we were tracking the album, we went through all the lyrics again with Dan, and he was a massive help, like trying to make sense of some of my madness, especially on some of these songs.
Floody scribblings.
the floodish. Let's have a look at some of these questions in the comments. So we've got Candice. This song is so personal and heartfelt. What is your favorite lyric? Anybody got a favorite lyric?
Not a favorite. My favorite part lyrically is the second half of the bridge.
Sing it now, immediately.
Break these chains, kind of bit.
No, the
When I cross my heart.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll get this lyric booklet out for us. Right? There's that many lyrics. So thank you for your question, Candice. Let's have a look, see what else there is. Oh, this is a good one. Was the fire in the video special effects? If it was, we'd be absolutely skinned. To be fair, like originally there was the idea to do special effects. So we went with Ollie Duncanson, who did an amazing job on that video. And I'd say he's known for doing stuff like where he'll film on a green screen and then he'll composite stuff in. So we already had the idea for the fire. And in my mind, I was sort of like, well, if we go with Ollie, we have the option to, if we wanted to do any pickup shots or if it didn't look fiery enough, that we would have the option to potentially do another day where we shoot against green screen. But in the end, we didn't need to use any special effects. The only special effect is us running behind cabs, trying not to get into the background of the video with blowtorches and white spirit and hay and any
even
bits
had
of wood that we could get.
We even had the fire brigade there as well.
Yeah, Craig you sorted out the fire brigade coming, didn't you?
Yeah, the York Fire Brigade came.
Shout out to those guys. That was awesome from coming.
The best part of that video was smashing everything up before we started filming.
Oh yeah.
I was in my element doing that. It was so good.
Smashing up all the brand new gear.
I can't imagine how big that fire would have been if we lit the even bigger stack of.
Yeah, we had loads of wet wood and it just wouldn't light, so we had to create a smaller bonfire,
It was big enough,
which James nearly burnt all his hair off.
I nearly had permanent skinny jeans on. They were like baked to my legs.
Oh, the smoke as well. It was so bad, man.
Christian just like ran up and ran onto like the grass and just took his trousers down.
I felt like
drop and roll, didn't it?
I felt like one of the the Wild Boys or whatever they're called, where they just with the rip away jeans.
It was so funny.
Greg Moyers asked Matt, "How do you not cry when you're belting out for You We Still Live On at the end? How are you managing such a feat?"
I don't manage it. Sometimes I do, I guess. It depends depends how I'm feeling at the time when we're singing it.
I'd just like to say Greg did a nice reaction to the entire album that I watched on YouTube today.
Oh yeah, it was long. That was a long. That was a long one. That was good.
Thank you for that, man. It was really good.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Greg. Right, I think that's enough for the first one. Should we move on to the next track?
Yeah,
which is Glass Heart.
You forgot that, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I second guessed myself there. So yeah, again, drop any comments, questions you have for Glass Heart, and enjoy.
The blissful truth, your intentions were all pretend, and this sinking feelings you. I'm feeling exhausted. I just wanna be free to call myself from death's front door and not let it capture me. I just can't help but say that we should know better. We should know better, and I just can't help but feel like we should know better. Maybe if I take back what you meant to me, just like you took myself away. It's like a war I fight inside myself. I always lose and I can't help. Fall for the beating in my chest heart. The beating in my chest heart. I finally agree. I'm a mess, I confess to the lies and my mistakes. They convulse till they scream and they cry. 'Cause I feel so exhausted. I just wanna be free to drag myself from this front door and not let it capture me. Maybe I should take back what you meant to me. Just like you took myself away. It's like a war I fight inside myself. I always lose and I can't help. Fall for the beating in my chest heart. The beating in my chest heart. We should know better. We should know better. We should know better. We should know better. And if you think that saying sorry can make it all okay, then you're the one mistaken. I'll put you in your place. I just can't help but say that we should know better. We should know better, and I just
And we're back. Absolutely seamless. Loving it. Right. Who wants to kick this one off?
Craig.
Who wants to kick this one off?
Craig wants to kick it off. Number one
Yeah,
extra
so-
in the video.
This was obviously your introduction to the band, really, wasn't it? Well, the public.
Not strictly true because there was Falling Apart.
Oh yeah.
Which was
Absolutely
It's the
seamless.
second video. It's just an part.
which was
We're awful band.
like
band
over
friends.
6 months before that. So, cheers, mate.
6 months of service just completely bypassed.
Who are you?
First one on this album, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what that's what Benji meant. You were properly in now.
Do you want me to leave and just come back?
We were just trialing you on Paul.
If he can punch the air, he's in. Go on then, Craig. Give us a bit of insight into
So
Glass Art.
I don't remember. I remember the venue itself. I remember it being freezing, but was it in Bolton?
Yeah,
the
it
venue.
was over like Manchester Bolton sort of way.
Yeah, so it was in like it was almost like an old mill, and the floor we were on basically had nothing in it. It was just made out of stone, so the entire room was freezing, and we shot the video in October. So it was obviously it's England, so it's weather's crap anyway. It's always cold. And when we'd spent most of the day doing the narrative part with everybody's on the desks, doing that bit. And then once we'd completed all that, we're moving on to the band shots. But then we kind of realised that the video team hadn't brought any lights. So it was like, we're just going to use natural lighting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. What time is it? And like, so we basically had an hour of daylight left. So all the band shots in that was done like one after the other,
Smash
like
that out
in an
proper
hour.
quick.
What about you
Yeah.
getting thrown on floor for about?
Oh
an hour
yeah.
and a half?
Yeah, you were the victim.
He
there.
literally like did about 8 takes. of
He
that.
brought it on himself. He
They-
was meant to be working.
They threw him all over the place. Like
So I'm sat. I didn't sign up for this, so I'm sat there doing my little bit with my mask on and like grinding stuff. And Chris comes over to me, puts his hand on my shoulder, like, "Oh, look at that! That's 2 screens. Look at that." Puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, "Do you want to do this bit? Like, what is it?" He's like, "Oh, it's where they take you out your seat." Oh yeah, no problem. Didn't tell me that I was actually getting ragged out of the seat by the 2 people playing the security.
It's quite a hard sell to say to someone, "Hey mate, do you want to get thrown on the floor and
You want to get
whacked
thrown
about?"
on this stone floor that's rock solid. So yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll do it. So did the first take, got absolutely paggered on the floor.
yeah.
Like these 2 people sat on me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh god, that sucked so bad. Right, cut. Right, let's do it again. And we ended up
again.
doing it about 5.
And again.
Yeah,
about
so-
5 or 6 times.
So the
Yeah.
issue was that like we had these fold out sort of like school chairs, and obviously we wanted Craig to sort of be like, "No, I'm not doing it," like that. And then he kept on getting his feet caught in
Yeah.
the school chair. So
Yeah.
they're pulling him, and I said to the 2 actors, I went, "Look, just get him on the floor. Like if he resists, it's gonna look even better."
Launch him on.
So what, by
I
any
did
means,
resist.
trip him
You
up,
did
anything,
resist.
like take his legs out, get him on the floor. But Craig obviously caught his feet in the stool, the chair, and then it was just like you were sort of almost ready to be like, "Oh, we need to do this take again," but because I'd briefed them to be like, "No circumstances do you
Yeah,
not
dude,
throw
stop.
this guy on the
Yeah,
floor." So yeah, it turned
A
into a
fun fact with that
6
as
or
well
7 takes.
is that the security guards is 2 of our friends, Gloucester and Pat, who is also in the Only Ones video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like actually a bit on, obviously because we had the Only Ones video on. I was gonna put the bat that he used in
Really?
in Glass Heart in the living room against the wall, like almost like as if Pat's finished his shift at that ye olde turmeric factory, and then he's gone home and he's still a bit riled up, and now his bird's annoying him, and you know.
Yeah, but you don't really want the baseball bat in the corner if his girlfriend's annoying him. 'cause-
Yeah. Well, and I thought maybe people wouldn't get it. I don't mean we're not like Marvel levels of Easter eggs, are we yet?
I
So-
think
turmeric
somebody did
is
ask
nice
about the
either.
symbolism of the yellow liquid.
Oh, should we find you start talking about it? while
Yeah,
I
so
find it.
I think the original idea was this, that the front cover of our debut EP Ghost Like You was obviously a rose. So it's kind of, we were using rose petals, crushing them up into, you know, a liquid and filling the glass heart up. It was kind of to symbolize like the transition from the EP into the album. I don't know how many people picked up on that, but that was a bit of an Easter egg
Top
kind
tier
of thing. But
Also,
like,
the
We're extracting the remains of the EP into the new.
Well, we still got the Yellow Rose in on The Only Ones.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna lose it. But
Yeah,
Only
the
Rose
IE as well.
Rose.
We got it on that.
Here's the other fun fact. So, if you needed a orangey yellow liquid, what would you normally use?
It was
Orange juice.
Orange juice, yeah.
It was
What
Breezy who
what
asked
did
this
we
question.
use? And what did we use? Turmeric.
Turmeric and water.
Bear in mind that Matt's got to drink it.
Oh my god,
Rude.
I thought I was being really
Rude
helpful to
overnight.
Matt because obviously Matt's vegan, vegetarian. So I was like, oh, I'll go online and see if there's any sort of like remedy. thing.
Oranges aren't meat.
Listen, like oranges are quite meaty if you ever have a nice cooking orange. So I don't know why, but I just went down this rabbit hole of being like, I want a really for some reason I thought that the orange juice would be more orange than yellow. So I was like, went on this YouTube video where this lady makes like vegan sort of food dye coloring for cakes and stuff, and she done these 3 colors and one of them was yellow and it looked sick, and she was like, look, you cook it in a pan, it doesn't taste like turmeric, and I just took that lady's word for it. So if it tasted of turmeric, then she's obviously
Do you remember
told me
the-
the recipe wrong.
So there was a scene that we actually didn't do in the video, and it had like loads of tubes coming around Matt's head, and like going and like to get all the water, like all the yellow liquid moving, we had to like suck and blow on these tubes.
To decipher it.
So like we were just like, oh, this tastes disgusting.
All the while I'm at the side going, I need more turmeric, go.
But we actually never used the shot.
Don't ever drink turmeric and water.
It's good for you.
Never.
It's good for you.
I don't care if it's good for you, mate. It's
Makes your eyes go yellow.
Yeah.
Though. I will warn you.
Clears the bowels.
I saw a question actually. The when my eyes go yellow, it was contacts.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
Was that quite easy getting those in, mate?
First time I've ever put contacts in, and
Your eyes
it
were
was
redder than the devil's dick,
it
mate.
was a nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare.
I remember at one point coming into, so like we were doing everything pretty much in the room that we filmed in, but there was like a green room, so it was quite dusty in the main room because it was like an old, just like abandoned room. And Matt was struggling to get this one contact lens in. He got one in relatively easy, and the other one, I think he'd got like a bit of dust or dirt or something.
Yeah.
So we took him to the green room, and a girl who was
Blue
helping
on
us
it.
at the time, Kaylee was helping.
Oh, right.
And basically, we washed it all out with the contact solution, and I came in sort of thought I'll play nice to start off with. I was like, I ain't leaving without this guy with yellow eyes. Play nice, go in and go, how you doing, mate? This guy's eye is completely red.
Yeah. It was
And he was like,
horrendous.
has everybody else got theirs in? I went, yeah, they have. And he went, could you just do those? And I went, you're the only one that matters. Anybody else, do you know what I mean, could just, we don't need him. I need you with him in. And you went, they're not going in. I remember holding both of your eyelids
Yeah.
as our friend put the contact lens
Yeah.
in, and it went in. And then he started blinking, and I was like, right,
It was like
we're ready for the shot.
It was like someone stabbed me in the fucking eye, like for a good 3 hours. Like there's like that shot where like I look up and my eyes are open. Like we had to do that about 6 times because I just couldn't. Like my eye was just like flickering. Like,
you can see
so
as well.
bad,
You can see
like,
as well that the one that you
and
were
it-
really struggling
yeah,
to get in,
it
like
knocked
rocks onto your eye. as you open
Yeah,
your eye.
yeah. So like when I open my eye, if you look close, it like follow it like comes from the bottom and goes up.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
yeah,
only thing I
it's-
can see every
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
We can move on. I'm just going to click this comment.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna-
Please. Tyler from
I'm
Hollow
gonna
here.
quickly-
Hello.
Hello.
We're looking forward to seeing
Ty
you when
Bain.
you come to the UK.
Hi,
Oh, yeah, Point of Leeds.
Oh, he wants to kiss you. Very nice.
That's my boy.
Blow him a little kiss.
I don't think we're here. I think we're on some other dates.
Oh,
Oh.
other dates. Interesting. Right, that's enough of that then. So, swiftly on to Hold Me Now. Enjoy. Leave your comment.
James.
I've seen all the faces of your masquerade. You fabricate feelings that tend to fade. Numbing all the time, you make me feel so hollow. But I tell you, my dear, that that's no route to follow. I keep knocking on the same old door. your masquerade. You fabricate feelings that tend to fade. Numbing over time, you make me feel so hollow. But I tell you, my dear, that that's no route to follow. Heartbreaking, I'm making for me to find my home again. I'm mistaken, thoughts racing. Please go, let this be the end. I keep knocking on the same old door. To know it's so, I've been here before. I'm holding out, but I still want more.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
we're back.
That's nice.
I can't believe it. Right, who played drums on this one?
Hello. I need the drums.
Oh, this is a good one. Do you all?
Bollocks to you.
There you go, James.
Oh,
It's your
What's up?
time
Well,
to shine.
Angie wants to know: do you all collectively write the lyrics, or just Matt?
Well, weirdly enough, I actually wrote some lyrics to this song. It's the first time I've ever written anything lyric-wise. So I sent them over to Matt, and he seemed pretty pleased with them. So me and Matt worked together on the lyrics for this, and then he added his own bit. And then once we got to pre-prod, we just worked through the lyrics all together. So I'd probably say I'm the most proud of this song on the album, just because it's got some of the lyrics I wrote on it.
Yay!
And any drums.
Andy drummed.
Oh
it,
yeah,
Andy
I played
Andy-
the drums as
And
well.
I drummed on it.
Andy did lead guitar.
To be fair as well,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the lyric that you wrote was actually the inspiration for the card. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
the card's got the the woman's face with the devil poking through, and that's kind of like the masquerade. So
You're Dan's favourite line album.
there you go. Oh, you don't have to blow smoke at your ass.
I've got to no one else does.
This is this is just a quick one about the like. I don't know how to kind of like the right at the end.
Oh, the glitch.
The glitch. That was on the original demo,
Yeah, what was it?
and like we just kind of like
Just
sent it to Dan and like just stuck it in there. So like we didn't actually.
I feel like
record
we
this.
did. I feel like we did try to redo it, and it just never had the same.
Yeah, I do
like-
remember it being in the
Yeah.
shed and we were trying to do it, and then Dan just like clicked something and was like, you know what, just send me the original.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Sometimes when you're recording stuff, like if you do demo vocals or things like that, sometimes you'll catch something,
glitch.
or you'll like hit something on the guitar, and it'll make a noise that when you try and recreate, it doesn't have that like energy. So like, I'm sure that that effect didn't it have a really funny name. I feel like when you gave it to Dan,
Yeah, I can't remember. Like,
That wasn't that song we were in Glass Heart, wasn't it? Sexy Dracula.
No. This one definitely had a funny thing of like it was like party siren or something stupid, and it was like. I remember opening the stems on the drive, and I was just like, "What's this thing that's on that?" But yeah,
party siren.
What do I do next?
I think we should set off the party siren right now.
Party siren.
Anything else for Hold Me Now? Any questions?
Anything else, James?
I did drums on it.
Yeah, James did drums on it. Did you tell him you did the lyrics as well? All of them.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, someone's asking about your fillers here. They've noticed you've had a bit of work done. How do you pick your fillers? They're so unique.
I think it's just I take inspiration from different genres. Like I love gospel music,
I knew that
but then
was
also I
coming.
love my metal. So I just take a lot of inspiration from different things.
Who I like?
Who like?
What, gospel?
No, drummers.
No, drummers.
Aaron Spears
Who's in?
is Ariana Grande's drummer.
Right.
Right.
Who else?
Chris
He
Moore.
doesn't he do that amazing?
What about one more?
Yeah,
Give us one
yeah.
more. One more.
Gospel.
No, another drummer.
Oh, Dan Searle. Architects.
Oh. We owe each other a
It's
tenner.
absolutely mad on 1975.
Oh, God, yeah.
You owe each other a tenner. That was a good bet, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Split
yeah.
bet. Tell you what, he's either gonna not say it. I don't think.
Oh,
He'll say it.
Logan Atlantis is going to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't say
They're
it,
ready to
James.
go.
Yeah,
Love
well,
that, man.
Shall we? Shall we do track 4?
Yes.
Lost in Echoes.
Track 4.
You're just showing off that you know what track 4 is. Right, Lost in Echoes.
Fucking-
Well, I know all of them.
Only because I've wrote them on this bit of paper here.
I think I lost my mind. Everything I knew came falling down. Anything I built comes crashing down. I'm pleading God, not now. Save me from my sins before I leave. Free me from the weight so I can breathe. The more I fool myself, the more I feel it creeping in. I think I lost my mind again. Don't worry, I'll be lost in echoes, be laughing on my own. It's tragic, but it's the only life I know. What should I do? What should I be? I'm so full of grace, too blind to see. The more I fool myself, the more I feel it creeping in. I think I lost my mind again. The more I start to fall, the more I don't see me at all. I think I lost my mind again. I keep picturing my ending beneath the yellow rose. I don't recall this type of feeling that's inside my bones. My soul said he's back and left me. I built a bridge within. Just another wasted human weighing down this skin. And it pulls me further from the point that I belong. And all you wanna do is take me, break me, hide me away. Or you can shame me, blame me, put me at the stake on a lie. 'Cause my own mind will took the toll of being alive. And I'd like it if I tried. The more I fool myself, the more I feel it creeping in. I think I lost my mind again. The more I start to fall, the more I don't see me at all. I think I lost my mind again.
Hello.
3, 2, 1.
Set
and
off
you're
the
back
party
in.
siren, James. Nice. Right, before anybody asks, I don't want to see it in the comments. The drums. We're gonna address this. It's been a hotly contested debate of, what, are you trying to not get these drums wet? Right. James doesn't want to get his drums wet, right?
Where
But
are my
that-
drums?
Were they not?
No, they were Jake.
Well, the statement
Like
still
it's
stands. James doesn't want to get his drums wet, so we borrowed some Perspex drums from our good friend Jake Brooksbank. So when we were setting up the screens, I thought that it personally looked a bit too clean cut. We've never really done a like very sort of professional in lighting design terms video. So I said, oh, we should get these plastic sheets that we had in the van and drape them over some of the screens and stuff to kind of make it look a bit like, oh, we've gone in and we've uncovered the, we've sort of set up but not done a great job. And then we sort of put the cover over the drums because it looked really cool with the lights. And the idea was that James was meant to walk on and almost like pull off the sheet and start playing the drums. But we put the sheet over the drums. Then we went to go sort some stuff in the green room. And when we came back, the Life's Art who did the video were like, oh yeah, I like this setup with this on the drums. And I was like, he's definitely not going to play a full song with the stuff on it because none of the cymbals would move or anything. It looked really weird. So we decided to poke the spikes of the cymbals through the plastic, and then it looked great. So we played it like that. So stop asking us about it. All right, it's not to do with anything getting wet.
We just didn't have enough time.
It's literally aesthetics.
It looked kind of cool, and I wish we'd never done it now because it's the only comment that anybody leaves. But thank you for leaving your comments anyway.
That was,
What else have we got?
For me,
James played drums on that one.
walking onto that set, like when we first got there, I felt like a proper rock star. Not gonna lie, walked up in. They were like we had like a little group of people just setting everything up. We walked in, I was like, this is absolutely redonkulous.
Yeah.
This is like,
it is nice when everybody sorts it all in it.
It was.
I felt a little bit. I felt a little bit less like
have
that.
we got ourselves on these screens? Who's done this? James as well, by the way. James sorted
did all this.
Yeah, he did all the lighting design and stuff. What else is cool about Lost in Echoes?
The 7-hour drive.
That's
was
sick.
oh yeah.
So we stayed in the van the night before. Does anyone want to divulge the
the
tomfoolery of the
It
evening
was
before?
the first time we'd had to stay in the van since we'd been on tour, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
a good year or something like that.
Was it the first time you'd stayed in the van with us as well? Like overnight?
It was awful.
It was awful.
Awful. Right, this is one of those situations where when you're awake and everyone else is asleep and 3 people are snoring, like proper snoring, and then in the morning,
the song of our people.
when they wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, you were snoring. No one. Well, number one, you're asleep, so how do you know you were? All 3 of them. It was like having 3 cats, like getting strangled.
I know what you feel like. It's never me snoring either.
James is a proper mouth breather.
Yeah, that's when he's awake. So yeah, Greg learned very quickly that you gotta get your head down. You gotta get sleep quick, otherwise you ain't getting any sleep.
Do like a cough or something and all.
And we separately we had a very good game of, if you've ever played Heads Up, that game where it's like charades.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely howling in that car park. We weren't meant to stay in the car park. The guys were sort of like, keep a low profile if you're in the car park, guys.
Did we get
night form? We're just screaming in the van.
If the vans are rocking, don't come and knock in.
Them lads in there, I think they're playing Heads Up. So yeah, there's another topic to do with this song, other than it being the first music video that Craig was in. It was the first.
Absolute kicking arsons.
It was the first music video since we changed our name. We used to have
Yeah.
another name. I don't know if everybody knows about that, but yeah. So we picked this as the second single from the album as a sort of like, oh, we're not a one-trick pony. It's not all just gonna be, Falling Apart, Glass Heart, Signs. It's not all gonna sound like that. So we kind of tried to go a bit left field with this one, but then obviously since we changed the name, it was quite a scary process to come out with this song because we didn't want people to think we'd changed the name and changed the style. So that was like a bit daunting for me. I was a bit worried before it came out, especially because we'd leaned so hard into the 80s synthwave aesthetic with the video as well. It was kind of like I didn't want people to think, "Oh, right, this is what the band's like."
Yeah,
complete U-turn.
I was proper nervous about that release because it sounds so different compared to what we'd already released before that.
If we'd have known what was going to happen, though, we wouldn't have done that one then.
No, I don't think we would have.
No, I think we would have definitely chose something.
We was on the set when we heard about.
No, that's when we were doing the Octave stuff.
Yeah.
We first found out when we were doing Sirius, but then we had a lovely legal letter that we received halfway through filming the music video. So if anybody looks moody in the video, it's probably the latter half of the video that we filmed.
It's not our fault.
I just want to bring up one last thing since we were talking about being in the van. This guy's saying that at least the drummers didn't smell, but that is not true. James's feet do smell.
No,
James,
Benji's
my
feet.
favourite.
No,
smell.
it's James's feet because your feet smell so bad that they eat through socks. James is the only man who can put on a white pair of socks, and then before he's managed to put his shoes on, they're brown.
Do you remember when we were in Italy that time and you'd done your washing and all your socks weren't dry, so you put them on dashboard at van?
Oh, no.
James, where do you buy your grey socks from?
Oh, God.
Right, do you want to do the next song?
What's the next song called?
Clarity.
Clarity.
Oh, yeah, you spotted it there on screen. Right.
Craig.
We want some more questions because if you don't ask questions, we'll just ramble
We'll
on
just
like
waffle on
idiots.
about.
Yeah. Right.
Nothing.
Matt, can I ask you a quick question? What's
Yeah.
your thoughts on
Take me to where they say the world ends. 'Cause I can't leave nothing at all to chance. Is it true what they say? When you go there you fade away. Or through a black hole you'll call into a safe space. I'll pick up every broken piece of me, erase every tragic memory. Looking through stolen eyes I see. I can't break away from my mistakes. I don't see a way. 'Cause my curiosity keeps leading me astray. I've been searching all of my life inside my head for something to give me purpose in this world again. If we let ourselves shine bright, see the world in a different light, keep us in your prayers tonight, when we won't even question leaving everything. I can't break away from my mistakes. I don't see a way. 'Cause my curiosity keeps leading me astray. Can't break away from my mistakes. 'Cause my curiosity keeps leading me astray. If I open up my eyes to see and look beyond the haze, to see what my life could have been, would I still make a change? If I'm destined to be dust one day, then there's no time to waste. In beauty framed by the mundane, I'll finally find my place. Finally find my place. I can't break away from my mistakes. I don't see a way. 'Cause my curiosity keeps leading me astray.
All right, mate. All right.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Hi.
another song has been played, and we've chatted away while you've been listening to that.
Yeah.
Somebody left a really good comment. I'm trying to find it where they asked about working titles here. Casper, give us some working titles for some of the songs. So some of them aren't like funny. Final Say was called Memorial,
Yeah, what?
but we lovingly refer to it as Bad Dad.
Bad Dad song.
Bad Dad song. There's Hold Me Now.
That was just Cap 5.
That was Cap 5, but then it got changed to Old Me Now.
Old Me Now.
Because we're all really old. There was Luna Moon.
Moona Loon.
Moona Luna. The other ones weren't really that funny. To be fair, actually, Clarity is the working title for the song.
Yeah.
Clarity and Glass Heart were the two songs that kept their working titles.
I think if you look on our
Hopes and Dreams was like As It Was.
Yeah.
Like, then we went through a little phase where it was like, should we just call it Hopes?
yeah, no, it's got to be called Hopes and Dreams.
And like,
Yeah, I think if you look on not our latest post, but the one where we announced that the album was coming out at midnight, you can see on the board in the background some of the working title names.
This is a good one, Greg Moyer. How did you guys do the orchestral part?
I've been
Took me
waiting.
hours. Took me hours to do that. Oh no, sorry, James did that.
So stop doing that, Matt.
Sorry.
So I originally wrote most of the like synthy stuff, but then Connor as manager like put us onto a guy who'd worked with Tesseract and Architects, and I'm gonna do like a massive shout out to Randy here. Like Randy Slaw helped us out on this record with all the digital sounds.
That guy is genius.
He added so much to the record in terms of ambience and like some of the string parts and electronic parts that he wrote in addition to my stuff. It was just like, this is like.
Oh, he's a good-looking fella, isn't he?
He is this Randy.
Wish people would stop texting me so I could screenshot a picture of his face.
So big shout out to Randy for doing that for us. He's been a big part of this record.
Yeah.
Look
There
at
he
this.
is.
Look at this beautiful man. He's here to say a few words. Yeah, I actually got James to do all the strings, and I just passed it off his mate. So, thanks. I'll see you later. Yeah, like Benji said, like he was amazing. Like to bounce ideas off, and like he helped really get Dan fired up, didn't he? Like sometimes when Dan was like in a bit of a sort of, didn't know which way to go with like effects and things like that. Like it was a great person to like have a second set of like really trusted ears. So like
Randy Slaw is a legend. You are correct.
yes,
You spelt his name wrong though.
it's not spelt like coleslaw.
It's not coleslaw.
Randy's coleslaw would be tasty. That I reckon. Have we got any other question for James? What was it like getting sponsored?
Isn't this your sponsor?
No. It were unbelievable.
Is this not Joe from Minor?
No. I've always wanted to be a part of Minor since I first heard them with Thomas Lang playing the cymbals, and then I got a message off Joe, one of their reps, and he said, "Would you like to talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Minor." And I was lucky enough to get an endorsement by him, and I've never looked back since. They're absolutely amazing.
I never get tired of that story.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we've got a bit of time, Phil. Tell it again.
Literally.
So, another fact about this song is like it was actually the first song we wrote for the record.
Yeah.
I remember finishing this back in. It is my favorite song, yeah.
Hello, Tyler.
Mainly because it was like the first song that had started like writing on the album process, and that was back in January 2019. So I don't even think the EP was out at that stage.
Songs don't usually survive that long in our camp. So
No, they don't.
Pretty mean feat that it's still about.
I knew it was a bit special. Like it had some strange elements in it, like the strings, stuff that we'd not done before.
I love the strings bit. I always refer to it as the Scottish Widows bit. Remember when they used to have those adverts with all the horses galloping through the Scottish Highlands?
The Americans will not have a clue what you're on about.
They know Scottish Widows. So yeah, we should get some horses to gallop past us on the stage while that bit goes on.
Not a chance.
Should we get the next track
I'm
on?
really scared of horses.
Has everyone got a set of tissues to hand?
Wow.
Oh, is it this one?
Not that good.
Come on, guys. This is a family stream here. Do you want to talk about drums anymore, or should we play some music?
Nah.
Right, sweet.
is a ladder that you keep sliding down. Each setback makes you trip and fall to the ground. Dreams are like paper, torn so easily. Those crumpled up pieces represent you and me. Can you see it? They're lying dead on the floor. That poor soul, it looks like it's been through the wars and more. It probably fell from a ladder, was probably worn to its knees. If there's one thing for sure, it died from my hopes and my dreams. But if I fall away, if I fall away from my dreams, would you honestly, would you honestly be there if I tore easily? Because I need you, please, to help me find my feet. Hope's just a ladder, and you can make it to the top. Just believe in your ability, let your head believe your heart. You and only you can finally make your dreams come true. And I believe it when you said that every one of us can tell. Let your head believe your heart. But if I fall away, if I fall away from my dreams, would you honestly, would you honestly be there if I tore easily? Because I need you, please, to help me find my feet. Hope's just a ladder, and we can make it to the top. Cause I believe in our ability, I think it's destined in our hearts. That in love we're tangled too, and the passion that it spews, it can make our most unimaginable dreams come true. Hope's just a ladder, and dreams can come true. Cause I belief's the secret to the recipe of true. Hope's just a ladder, and we can make it to the top. I think it's destined in our hearts. But if we fall away, if we fall away from our dreams, we can honestly become all that we want to be. Because of you, I'll never fall back to my knees, my knees. But if we fall away, if we fall away from our dreams, we can honestly become all that we want to be. Because of you, I know I'll always find my feet, my feet. Hope's just a ladder, and dreams can come true. Are you aware that dream of mine turned out to be you? Hope's just a ladder, and you can climb it too, but only if you want to. I'll climb it with you.
We're back. Can't believe it. We've ran out of San Miguel, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up quickly now. What does everybody think of that? Have you got your tissues out for tears? Tara says she's given up. She's given up on tissues. It will not be sufficient. So
we were expecting some little heartstringy acoustic track.
Daniel Martinez wants to know what inspired Hopes and Dreams, Matthew.
It was a complete. So I wrote like the first minute or so musically on the acoustic guitar years ago and completely forgot about it. And then I found it again by accident on my OneDrive.
When I was hassling him for demos, I was like, "Where are these demos?"
So Chris was hounding me for demos at one point. I was like having a bad time trying to write anything. So I found that and just threw it to him. I was like, "Look at this."
Matt told me that he'd wrote all weekend, and Matt hadn't wrote anything all weekend. And luckily for him, his OneDrive contained the seeds that would become Hopes and Dreams. So,
I think this song originally was like. It was just acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
I was like, it had so many weird chords in though. Like it was weirdchordcentral.com. Yeah. Like Matt likes to add, he likes to put in like add nines, major 11s, and all that jazz. And it was just kind of like just play the major and minor.
Yeah, I like that Stairway to Heaven intro as well.
Yeah, it did. It sounded like Stairway to Heaven originally.
Yeah, the intro, it did. So anyway, we decided that we'd work on it, and we worked on it for a while, finished the music, and knew that it would like half the album really well.
Yeah, it's a nice palate cleanser, isn't it? After quite a lot of not samey stuff, but like
as well with this track, we didn't do any pre-production on it. We had the basic track, and then we kind of like, let's work on this together when we're in the studio because of COVID. We're like, we were all apart. We were working on different parts of tracks and songs. Like, we need to be together to do this.
Yeah.
And like another good bit was like we couldn't get the feeling for the vocals that we wanted. So I think it was like me, Matt, and
it was just me and Dan.
No, I think James was there, but like we did like a midnight session, like recording the vocals, and like it went from like 12 a.m. to like 3 a.m. in the morning. I think we gave you a glass of wine just to like
That's why this guy enjoyed it.
It was Dan
when we went,
it was amazing. When we went in to track the vocals, Dan was like Dan like said all this like really like inspiring stuff to me and stuff like that to get me in the mood to record it. And it proper worked because like for the first hour and a half I was like literally in tears like trying to sing this track. Yeah, just think about why you wrote it and who you wrote it for and you know what it means to you and stuff like that. So I was just like literally a fucking blubbering mess for like the first hour and a half, 2 hours recording it. So I was like doing the takes and I'm like singing and you feel like my throat wobbling and all that. It's like stop doing that. I'm like, this is your fault. This is your fault. You put me in this
That's definitely
state.
one of those things where Dan's getting the best out of us, but the poor bloke could not get to bed because he'd be like, right, I really want to give it your all and think about this. And then I bet if he knew we were going to go to bed at past 3 o'clock, he would not have said it.
I remember recording it and like, I was a bit far. I was on the sofa, so I was a bit far away from the monitoring screen. I just said to Dan like halfway through, like, "Is he crying?" And Dan went, "Yep, it's brilliant."
Give the boy more wine.
Yeah.
Sean's asking, is there any likelihood that we would play this live?
Depends who we're touring with.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's like a release tour sort of move in it. I think if we were almost to like strip the stage halfway through the set to play this, I think it's quite ballsy. You wouldn't want to be doing it on there. The guys being like, "You've got a 5-minute changeover," and we're like, "Can we just plug in this acoustic guitar, please, and get you a little stool and everything?"
We tend to get on like gigs with pretty heavy bands as well. So like, if we end up like playing a show in Crystal Lake or something, I can't imagine. I can't imagine the acoustic coming out
Front to back, side to side, everybody on the floor. Get your lights.
I think that's a long way of saying no. Probably.
I think we
We will end.
yeah.
up
If we're
playing
if we're
live,
given the
will.
opportunity, we definitely will. And I think
It's a house lights track, surely.
yeah, definitely. I think from how it's been received
Yes.
today,
Hopes and Dreams sounds
obviously most people have only
Yes,
heard
it
it
does.
for the first time today. So I think it'll have an almost like the day to remember effect. They never really released that as a single.
To answer this
No.
question, Mr. Safe, but Hopes and Dreams sound similar to, I don't know, Adeu
A
by
Jew.
Enter Shikari.
A Jew.
Like, Adeu,
A
Adeu.
Jew.
But, like, I absolutely loved that song years and years. Like, proper love that
4 years
song.
ago when you wrote the intro
I
on
don't
the-
think it's too like an influence, but that song is so good. So good.
Tara's saying it's time for a headline show. Then
Yes, it is.
time for any show. To be honest,
Anything.
I'd play the local working men's club at the moment. So,
But we're playing something live tomorrow.
yes.
I don't know if any of you have bought through Banquet Records yet, but if you have, we're doing like a live acoustic set from 7 o'clock tomorrow in a lovely studio. If you haven't got tickets, I think it's UK only, but you have to buy the CD as well.
Yeah.
You have to buy our CD.
Our hands are tied on that one.
Banquetrecords.com.
I think moving forward, we're going to be leaning into a lot more like acoustic stuff, and like even if we weren't to play songs like that live, there's no saying that, especially in Europe, I think we could definitely get away with arranging some like outside the venues. We could do acoustic stuff or
Oh, yeah.
local coffee shops or something. Like we're more than happy to.
I'll just go do some random busking if you want. Like,
Yeah. We need the money, so
Yeah, we do.
we'll get Matt stood outside the local venues, sorting that out for us. What's the next track, James?
Do you want to hear a joke?
Nope.
Yeah, yes I do. Yes I do. Let's hear it.
You've waited.
No.
You've
come
waited
on.
that entire time.
Stop said a word for 5 minutes.
Let-
Let's just-
Have I told you my
No,
track?
I want the
Come
audience.
on,
I want the
audience.
audience to know, when did you decide you were going to ask if we wanted to hear a joke?
Well, I was hoping you were going to cut me off before I started telling it.
You're dreaming.
Right, well, go on then. We'll have it now.
So one day there were a farming couple and they decided.
Bright lights are fading. It won't be long before the
You ready? The logo. There it is.
Mm.
Sorted. Well, that was Drowning Emotion.
What are you doing?
You trying to point to Logan?
Yeah, I ain't got the screen capability.
Oh, that way, that way.
I think Benji should reach his arm into the other camera and point at where the logo is. So yeah, Drowning Emotion. That one's there's a long-winded. It was a long road to get to that. I don't know who wants to. Kick
A
off.
very long road.
Do you
So,
guys want to talk about that?
so this was the majority of this song was like a song that we'd recorded and done a video for in an old band that split up, and we never released it.
A lot of money wasted on videos for this song.
It even had a drone in it. Yeah, so like we were kind of like playing about. We left it completely off the EP. Didn't even enter his minds. And then we were digging through old like demos and stuff. I was like, "Oh, do you remember this one?" And then like, I think I gave it to you, Craig.
Yeah, you did.
And
yeah,
then
you definitely got it further down the line.
Yeah,
and-
I think it's because you guys had it for so long and you'd kind of hit a
yeah.
wall with it. Being
I didn't know what to do with it, but I knew it sounded good. I just
I think
didn't
it
know
was
what to
when
do
we
with it.
first started to like delve into playing 7 strings. Really,
Yeah.
when we were coming out of the old band, and we sort of had a weird time where we were like 90% of the songs from 6 string, and I think the one that we released in the old band and this one that we didn't end up releasing was our first sort of like. It was kind of like the we're gonna play 7 strings now, and it was kind of Benji's first foray into.
But we didn't have 7 strings.
Well, some of us still don't have 7 strings.
Yeah, I remember when
Someone sponsor this kid.
I am.
I'm his current sponsor, and I think I'm going to end the contracts.
Chris, how hard was that bass spin?
I actually just spin around and hold it in my hands. So that bass is a really expensive Stingray, so that one will not be getting thrown the way that the very nice but cheap Gear for Music bass got thrown in. The only ones. Somebody, I think it was that Tank guy who did the reaction. He was like, "Oh yeah, nice Fender bass, like P bass or whatever." And I was just like, "It's Gear for Music's £40 And if you look very carefully, you'll see that where the logo would be has miraculously been.
We've finished that song though. Right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I feel like it was really interesting the process because like I usually sit down when Matt's doing his what we call floodish, where he kind of just comes up with melodies and sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
My own language.
Yeah, over the instrumental tracks, and obviously there'd been so many iterations of the instrumental. There you go. But because I'd heard the song completely finished, recorded with a different singer and complete vocals, I never let you listen to the.
No, we didn't.
I think it was only.
I still don't think I have.
I think I let you listen to like 20 seconds of it once you'd actually recorded it for the album.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to hear it now. I guess.
so different. Like it doesn't even sound like the same song.
I think as well a big
At
part
all.
of how the song got better was when you added that drum beat.
the only drum beat you ever need.
The
The
Nickelback
only-
drum beat. Dun ka dun ka dun ka.
Right, let's watch Craig do the drum beat, and I want behind the head stick spins.
Oh, it's just that, and then you can spin.
Nice.
Did you do that while recording, James?
No.
No, when we were recording at Vader, we were doing this song, and I was literally like, Dan, press the button. It's like, fine, I'll press it. I'm like, spin the sticks.
Do it now. Anything else to say on that one?
Someone's asked about what does the video mean?
The video, God, well, that's
The video is like a visual representation of what the song means. I wrote it personally about stage fright and what everyone goes through before they go on stage, but I think by the time we finish everything, it's more like a story of having stage fright and then eventually overcoming it by realizing that it's that this opportunity is not going to last forever, and you've got to live in the moment, sort of thing. So
yeah, we talked a bit about it on the stream the other day, didn't we? Of
I hope that the video represented that.
Yeah, so for anybody who's wondering, the 3 ladies in the video are all meant to be the same person at different points in their life, and that's why we sort of focusing on the mother giving the young girl the like childish looking sort of plastic ring with the yellow rose. And we went with something that was very childish because we had the opportunity to like get like a really fancy, you know, amber looking, you know, yellow ring, but it didn't make sense with the child. Why would you give that to a child? So it's kind of like we wanted to make it obvious throughout that this ring is following this girl's journey, and like Matt said, of like she's taking different opportunities, trying different things, and a lot of them are like putting yourself in a place where it's quite high anxiety of like walking out on stage or performing or giving a speech. And we kind of wanted to give off the message that like there is a power in might never fully go away, but you can make coping mechanism of being like, right, in this case the girl uses the ring as a kind of a safety net to go, right, well, I'm here again, I've done it before, I've got the ring. So like and like Matt said as well, I think there's a lot to be said for like that's I'd say that's part of the enjoyment of doing something that's a bit like, you know, going out on stage to play. Like I wouldn't necessarily fully want the anxiety to completely go and just be like, all right, we're playing the show, right, we're off. Kind of like a bit of the preempt of like, oh god, 5 minutes and we're on. So that's what the music was doing. We actually shot, I'll keep it short, but we actually shot it at 2 different locations because we weren't happy with how our performance looked. We were really happy with how the actresses did and the narrative, but it didn't give off the like intensity of, we're quite proud of that we can sort of show off as, I don't know, like a stage performance. Like if you were to come see us, we're quite high energy, and the original take of our performance just wasn't Caskets enough.
I think you just forgot to do a bass spin. That's why I reshoot the whole
There was
thing.
no bass spins in video.
Reshoot it.
There was bass spins in it. There was.
Fun fact: we all do spins in every video, but they never get on camera apart from Chris's.
That's why you're the one who speaks to the guy who edits the video. Going, I like these shots of Benji, but too much.
Take him out.
The day guitar spins were over.
You can tell.
All about bass spins.
I want to say it kicks.
I'll re-edit all the videos and take out my guitar spins. He just spins it.
like skateboard tricks, but he's with like head.
There's a bit where he doesn't play drums and he's just doing some like kickflip in the background.
You know, like those guys in America that do the signs.
Wishy-washy stuff.
Right, onwards. Yeah, bass drum flip is going to be in the next video, and also James is going to flip the snare, catch it, and then Craig's going to punch it.
Do a backflip.
You are not punching my snare.
What is the next song on the album?
I don't know.
Lose myself.
That one.
Lose myself.
I've already lost. You say I'm the monster in your fairy tale, and I didn't save you when you called for help. I'm fighting for my life while you drag my reputation through the dirt until the very end. I don't wanna lose myself, lose myself. I don't wanna lose myself, lose myself. I've already
Yo, we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll have less to say about this one because it seemed that Facebook went down, so we've been in a flap trying to fix that.
Yeah,
So-
is it
Hopefully it's back on.
working?
Yeah, it's back on.
Yeah, we back. We back.
Oh,
Yeah.
we back. Anyway, so Matt, yeah, you tell us about this one. So, what's it about?
So
Is it about losing oneself?
it speaks for itself, my dear darling. Yes.
Is it an Eminem song?
So it's about, like, obviously we live in a world that's so full of images thrown in your face saying that you should look like this, you should be like this, you should like this. Do you know what I mean? So it's about trying to find who you really are within, like, this type of world that we live in at the
You
minute.
booked a taxi or something? You can slow down, mate.
Sorry.
Matt's Uber's almost here. So right, this song's
I'm really
about.
nervous 'cause I'm really shit like describing stuff. I'm really crap with words, believe it or not. I'm a vocalist. But it's true. So yeah, it's about finding who you are basically and trying to ignore all these people and all these things, social media, etc., telling you to be a certain way or look a certain way. So yeah.
I thought you nailed that, Matt.
That was
Cheers,
very
mate.
interesting.
Anyway, I
Oh,
thought I'd been raped
Oh.
until someone
we
said,
can hear it, Craig. We can't see it, but we can hear it. What you got there?
He's got a tiny little bug.
I've got a driving beer. That's what I've got.
A driving beer.
0% Budweiser.
Shall we have another song?
Yes.
What's the next song?
His final
I mean,
say.
sweat my
I think
bums off
people
in
are
it.
gonna.
Sweat my
Well, this
bums
seems
off.
to be a fan favorite so far from reading the comments and
Yeah, we're getting a lot of good feedback about this song, aren't we?
Why the yellow rose is the banned flower?
now we're going
Oh,
into new song.
Because we said so.
On that note, here you go. Have this one.
I feel the nostalgia seeping from these walls. I still see you charging like a rhino through the door. But I didn't understand, I was only small. Left me beaten, battered, that's if you come home at all. See, you are a reminder of all your flaws. Just because you hate yourself don't mean I should be ignored. A family divided is what you've caused. A father is all that I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Oh, can you hear me? I figure you get the final say. Now that you're gone, you can't listen to me. A little closure is what I like. For all the times that I won't get back, I doubted you even cared at all. That I was never even in your world. But inside of my life, it hurts. It hurts. I lost my peace of mind. Not only that, my drive. Don't wanna blame it all on you, but you set me up to fall from grace, fall from grace. Fall from grace, fall from grace. You wanna fish fights, but I would run and hide. And I knew the struggle followed told you. I guess that's why you fell from grace, fell from grace, fell from grace, lost to waste. I figure you get the final say. Now that you're gone, you couldn't save me. A little closure is what I like. For all the times that I won't get back, I doubted you even cared at all. That I was never even in your world. But inside in my life, it hurts, it hurts. Just pulling you in, but you're not the man I wanna be. And I guess you'll never see just what else it have to be. I'll rebuild our family in a future you could steal. I'll lay flowers on your grave, but we'll stay to watch them fade. When we lay down to rest, I regret that we cut from the same cloth. And the rain comes down in waves, but the death of you washes it all away. I figure you get the final say. Now that you're gone, you couldn't save me. A little closure is what I like. For all the times that I won't get back, I doubted you even cared at all. That I was never even in your world. But inside in my life, it hurts, it hurts.
Well, not.
And we're back. Oh,
Hello.
not 12
What
more.
a deep song.
Yeah, this one's
Colton's already tabbed it out for us.
nice.
Saves you doing it,
If
mate.
anybody wants the tab for that song, it's just down here. He's actually playing it there on the picture as well. Nice. So yeah, obviously this one's been striking a chord with a lot of our fans. It's something that unfortunately a lot of people can relate to. We want to be completely transparent. Like, it's not specifically about any of our dads or parents. We've had friends, close friends, who've gone through, you know, troubled family things and like, you know, divorce and things like that. And like, this was our telling of how that story goes, and we've like taken it to the nth degree of like, we pushed it all the way to, well, what would it be like if all that shit happened to you and you never got the closure? So that was kind of the direction we went on. So like, it is drawing from some personal experience, but more so from people outside the band. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah,
Like,
we know friends who have gone through this sort of stuff. And
yeah, grown up without parents or
It's-
grown up with parents that they wish they didn't have.
it's not a nice feeling, and like, we're not like shying away from talking about difficult topics, like, at all.
I think it shows that the difficult topics are the ones that, you know, unfortunately, like, a lot of people today have been reaching out about this song, saying, you know, how it's made them feel, and we don't want to pussyfoot around the issues, like, and sort of just be very vanilla of like, oh, we feel sad and now, you know, it might be all right. Like, so this one's like a really hard hitting one for us. Like, be very interesting to be played live. I wonder what the atmosphere will be like
I
for
can't
us
wait
live.
to play that live. Can't wait.
So yeah, we just wanted to be upfront about that one. We didn't want to, you know, we haven't made it up. It's like, we know what those feelings are like. But we have pushed it to the, you know, if you never got to say the things that you wanted to say, you sort of left in limbo, and like how that would make you feel.
It's a very like direct way. It's like a very direct message, like lyrically, but it speaks to everyone in every aspect. It's not just about, you know, like a father and a son's relationship, people can relate to that in any way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's not nice to be abandoned or to be abused or to be treated poorly. So that's what that one's about.
next.
Deep. Let's have another one. Let's have one more time.
Next one's a banger. Next one's a banger.
You want to hear a joke?
Nope.
Maybe if I could see it, convince myself that you were perfect, though I can't admit. But like your memories of me, they're just a blemish, staining the fabric of my heart. So leave me with this, it tastes so bittersweet. You're toxic to me in the way that I am living. I bury my brain to stop the thinking, but it goes on. I've stopped it, proving to me that I have options when all you do is cause more problems. Life keeps pushing back upon every little thing I think reverberates around my willingness to leave it be. When will it stop? Bring me back from the darkness, the dead back to life. Revive my soul, let it come alive. How could you be so heartless? I believe to lie. I wanna feel the world one more time. Too low to grab the strength to care. We've ignored one another's song. I forget you were there. This feeling, a pain rage and awkwardness, a glutton for the punishment. I'll not stand here just taking it in. Just taking it in. Bring me back from the darkness, the dead back to life. Revive my soul, let it come alive. How could you be so heartless? I believe to lie. I wanna feel the world one more time. One more time. Can we find the strength to care when we're alone and no one's there? The pain we feel, it can't compare. You took everything. You took everything. You took everything. Maybe now that I've seen it, convince myself that you are worthless. So I'll leave you this. It tastes so bittersweet. Bring me back from the darkness, the dead back to life. Revive my soul, let it come alive. How could you be so heartless? I believe to lie. I wanna feel the world one more time. One more
So we hope you all enjoyed our cover of Daft Punk one more time.
You daft lads.
But I think
Oh,
that
well, we got one more. left.
I think that intro, like when it comes in,
You're not enjoying this album, mate? No, just
that's
we
like.
flew through it.
Flew through the album.
So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying,
Go on, say something, Matt.
so ignorant.
Sorry,
James.
Can't hear you.
Honestly. Well,
And you were
open your ears.
and you were
lad.
going to say something about drums as well, I bet.
Yeah, the drums. Shit. No, I'm very
We had to get drafted in for drums on this one, didn't we? Because he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
This was a full band
yeah.
drum session.
Yeah.
How many drums? What we had?
Oh.
2 bass drums, 3 bass drums.
More than that.
Yeah, 3 bass drums. About
Bit
It's like the
toms.
start where there's like those
floor
big tom
toms and
hits.
north floor.
Yeah.
It was all like in a row, like on lids,
Yeah.
like floor toms and stuff. Really.
So basically, at Vader, we set up in a big circle. We got as many drums, like low drums,
Big
as we
drums.
could, detuned the hell out of them, and all grabbed beaters in his hands.
Yeah.
And like, it was kind of like, you know, when you do big choir sessions, it were all of us just like kind of smashing the shit out these drums. But it was loads of fun.
We,
Um,
we were
I love how instantly we just needed like loads of headphones. We're like, so we're gonna need some headphones, Josh. It's just like one guy's had headphones on the whole time. We're like, we need 7 headphones.
But it was really fun, like us all being together and like kind of like doing something that we're all not used to. Like I don't play drums.
I think James does.
It was just a nice roundup though.
James
Like,
plays
we
drums.
just finished the actual drums for the album, and then we all did that together.
Yeah,
Interesting
Yeah,
fact
man.
that when we were doing the first few takes of it, Dan was getting really stressed out. He's like, "Who's out of time
I
here?"
don't-
Right.
No.
And who was it? Come on, put your hand up if it was the person that
It
was drumming
was
out of
not
time.
me.
It was you. We were-
I swear.
he went round us one by one and he was like, right, play it. And he was like, bum, 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 bum. And then he got to you and he went, it's that person. And we were like, oh, fuck. This guy's just recorded all the drums on the album.
How's James fucking up? What is?
I feel like you were, so there weren't enough proper sticks as well because they had the ones with like the mallets with the foams on the end.
fluffy ends.
Fluffy ends.
I
that
used,
James-
I used the opposite end so that I was the loudest.
Yeah, and then we had just normal drumsticks, but I'm sure who had 2? It was harder to do it with just 1.
Me, I had 2.
I had 2.
I think I had 1.
I had 2.
That's
I
my
had
that's
one
my
as well.
excuse and I'm sticking to it. It's harder with 1.
I can remember you catching the cymbal at the end of that song. That was the last note we played.
Me?
Cheers.
You were shut there,
Shot by
And you had to choke the cymbal.
Oh, I had to sit for
Right
the
at
whole,
the
for
end.
the whole song.
And then once you caught it, I was like, what? That's
Once you caught it, you fucking banged your sticks together, and Dan was like, "Stop
Oh
doing
yeah,
that!"
that's a weird thing I used to do. Well, still do.
There's no sneaking. He's been guzzling it. He's like, "Is this song long? Can I have some more crisps?" So yeah. Right. Well,
was eating crisps. Oh, I watching music video.
have we got else to say on that one, or are we gonna drop into the last song?
I think James has got
Oh, a joke.
a joke
You've got,
to tell.
oh,
Oh,
tell me
man.
that joke, mate.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
difference
well, let's
between
say
a
that,
hippo and his...
Your green-lit eyes haunt me in every way, feeding your need to find lies, a comfort you seek within. Your beating heart surrounds me like your loving arms, but you cry again to me, as if you planned it all out just for fun. If you don't wanna know, don't ask it. Just keep it in the back of your mind. If you don't wanna know, don't wonder. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you. My freedom cries, I feel aware that here I know nothing is real. I'm going nowhere, so I'll just stare at the ceiling and pray it all goes away. But this debt isn't mine to pay, yet it's falling on me either way. Now I know I can finally say, walk away. If you don't wanna know, don't ask it. Just keep it in the back of your mind. If you don't wanna know, don't wonder. Believe me, I've got nothing to If I read between the lines, replay everything inside my head, break away from everything you said. If you don't wanna know, don't ask it. Just keep it in the back of your mind. If you don't wanna know, don't want it. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you. Believe me, I've got nothing to hide from you.
Oh God, the back.
Hello.
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 Right.
Oh,
Well,
That's it.
thank you very much for listening to that with us.
Bye. No, not really joking.
I'm mesmerised that we've had over 100 people throughout this entire thing,
Consistently.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
big shout out to
Be-
joined at
being
the start or halfway through.
100
Like,
people
we
in
appreciate it.
consistently.
Right, I'm gonna search through for some questions. I see that people want to know what James's joke is.
Oh,
So
all right.
James, what is the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
One's heavy, the other's a little lighter.
Fuck's sake.
nice.
All that for that.
Welcome
What?
to my
We
life.
did-
That's a good joke.
We did an entire album listening party for you to tell that joke.
I've got one about a bicycle.
No, thanks.
That's enough. Right, shall I just start clicking the questions and we'll just
Just do it.
Right, here's the question. Somebody answer it.
The guitar sounds on the album. Oh,
Who's
These-
guitars, didn't we?
yes. So the it is Amp Sims. It's all Neural DSP. I think we used the Nolly preset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vividly remember Nolly getting mentioned.
No,
quite
was
a
it
few
no?
times.
Was it Archetype? Yeah, I think it was the Archetype one. It's a great amp sim. Get absolutely killer tones straight out of the box.
Available now for
Yeah.
$99 if you use Benji's discount code.
Best
I do
joke
have a
ever.
discount code.
Nice. Right, we'll drop that in the comments. Right, next question. Brandon, did you have any studio rituals you developed when recording this record?
Praying that it all went well.
Yeah.
Staying up too late. and,
Yeah.
James told
I
a lot of jokes.
I think
I had my dad joke book, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think it was a bit weird because we like recorded it in two places. Like we did the drums at Vader Studios, amazing studio, and then all of the like guitars, bass, vocals we did in Chris's garden in his.
Shed.
I'm gonna say shed. It's not a shed.
It's a summer house, darlings.
It's basically like
and all the gear's been taken out of it, so don't come and rob me. There's no in there. There's only lawnmowers now.
a home studio.
Home studio.
Yeah.
Next question from
It's a
Sean.
whole studio.
What influences went into the writing process? If there were any. There might have been zero influences. Could have come from the ether.
Like,
We've got a playlist that we could link you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got together and kind of like threw loads of songs into a playlist that
Yeah, we did that for Dan, didn't we? To kind of Dan had obviously come straight from doing another record, and he'd been in like their world, and their world was very like Nickelback. So we needed to
not wrong.
get. I didn't say there's nothing wrong with that. I just said Nickelback. So we needed to get Dan into like what we vibe to and what if we were even-
Caskets zone.
Yeah. So we put together a playlist. It's had probably bands you'd imagine on Architects, Dayseeker, had a load of acoustic stuff that Matt had put on that was kind of like miserable. But
Mike
that's-
M was
Little Liam,
was
yeah,
on there.
Mike M's always.
didn't you just put somebody put an entire
I
album
think
on?
Yeah, it
was
was
just the
the-
Black
it was-
Parade.
Yeah, James just was like, well, the quarter is 10 songs, so I'm just gonna put this one album on. So we had loads of influences from all sorts of different genres.
Oh, we're firing through these, aren't we?
Some sort of football
Keep 'em
related
coming.
question,
Please.
So,
No, they didn't. But
and they didn't contribute to it either, despite us being local lads. No,
How many songs did you cut from this album and were they possibly on
Whoa,
future
whoa, whoa,
albums?
whoa,
Do
whoa.
not get me started. There is an incredible song that we rate.
There's a
that
way-
should
there's a
have
way
gone
we're
on
doing
the
this,
EP.
mate.
I don't
wait,
care.
stop now.
right? Is it this question?
Now you go.
We've got a question from Candice. She's got the Demon Slayer
No,
profile
yeah,
picture
there's
as
like
well.
there's this amazing song that we rate before the EP and it should have gone on the EP and it didn't.
Can't be that amazing.
It honestly really is.
Is it Dead Demo?
And then it
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
is a
one
good
definitely.
song.
it is
should have been on there.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then it was a toss up between that and Hopes and Dreams.
What would you rather have? All the great songs out in the world, or do you want one in hand? Do you know what I mean?
To be fair though, the Dead demo is the chorus for
Shut
one more
up.
time.
Well, that's gonna have to get
Oh, we
changed.
just
But
have to have the chorus.
it's literally it. It's ready to go. That song.
Yeah, we
It's
spoke about
so-
this briefly whilst the songs were on, and I've come to terms with the Orange is indeed me.
It's not red. It's red. I've never had any
Daniel,
of both
thanks
those
for
things.
asking. I thought Daniel's done a lot of comments tonight, actually. Thank you, Daniel. Which song stuck out to you guys the most when it came to finishing the album? I never wanted to hear any of the songs again, to be honest.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
time we'd finished it, I was a bit fatigued.
Yeah, we went through like a massive process with Dan Weller of like mixing the album.
Even
So
when he left, he didn't really leave, did he?
we did these like remote sessions where we were all like headphones on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
And,
using
like-
a software called Audio Movers, like where we were sort of like we were getting a direct feed from his desk where he was mixing a silk mill somewhere
I can't remember honestly.
somewhere down south basically, and he was sort of tweaking all the stuff rather than us sending a load of notes going, well, James being like, can drums be louder, and then everybody else being like, can you turn the drums down a bit. We were doing it live where it was sort of like, oh, my ears, I'm hearing this, and we did it across a lot of devices. Like we'd take it in turns to like listen on headphones or listen through the iPhone or stuff like that. So like we did a lot of listening to the album. So
So although this is the first day you guys get to hear the album, we've
we've
heard
heard it
it
before.
Shit
a
on it.
lot of times.
Sit
I
on it for a
will
year.
say that the best thing about this album coming out, other than you guys get to hear it, is that I can very easily access it in my car now via Spotify, rather than being like,
Yeah.
right, it's on the drive, but that's the old version, and I have to keep pulling over to be like, right, next song, I've got to close that, open it up. So I'm very happy that it's on Spotify now, and I'll be contributing a couple of streams.
I love how we didn't answer that question whatsoever.
We like the one that you all like, Final Say. That's the one.
Yeah.
Sticks out because you like it.
Hold me now.
Hold
Oh.
me now.
Hold me now.
You're right. I'm gonna hold you still.
Sorry.
Let's have a look. What inspired the last song? Do you pull from your own experiences? What's
Craig's
the-
guitar solo.
What's the last song? I'm just going to check it in the booklet.
It was
Nothing to hide
Literally
from
just
you.
listen.
I was busy sorting the live stream. What inspired the last song? That lick. Ooh. That was the driving force.
that sounded so different in the demos because there was a
Yes, please.
What?
Free lawnmower.
I would like a free lawnmower.
Benji.
If you message me after, I'll send you the address. You can post it.
I'm pretty sure
I would also like a free jacuzzi, please.
No, I'm pretty sure Chris said there were a lawnmower in where the studio was.
Are you assuming that it's a ride-on lawnmower that he's just going to drive to your house and then he'll make his own way home?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got offered a job not long ago, like for doing that.
A lawnmower.
No.
Like,
You were a lawnmower.
And how long-
Like
like-
a green.
And how long would that job last, mate?
Ride on lawnmower. Until I've used all my orders up for this band and I'll start again.
Right. What's your favourite song on the album? Starting with James. I'm just going to decide which my favourite one is right now.
I'll have to go with the only ones. To be fair,
You don't have to be fair. You can be.
I just really love the song. As soon as I heard the demo, I thought that is definitely going to be one of my favourites. And then after we got the mixes back,
Just a
from
song name,
Garth,
we'll do,
Right.
if that's all right.
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
you're up
only
next.
one.
Clarity.
Clarity, he likes Clarity.
Nothing tied.
Is that because you've got a solo in there?
Ironically, Craig has much to hide.
Hopes and dreams.
Oh, I was going to do that one.
Oh, hold me now. Oh, the final say. I don't know.
None
I'll
of
say the final say. You can say hopes and
none
dreams.
of the singles.
Hopes and Dreams has the biggest effect on me. Like, it takes you on that. I'm miserable. And then by the end, I'm like, yes. This, you know when you hear someone else's song and you're like, oh, I wish we wrote that. I hear Hopes and Dreams and I'm like, yes, this one's ours. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What does that one say?
Chris, I've been told to tell you to design some Caskets plugs.
Matt, this is a good one.
What's it say? How do you take care of your voice?
they don't.
Eat loads of crisps, drink loads of Pink Monster.
No, you
and
do. You
pray and pray that everything will go alright.
This little guy's had the biggest get out of jail free card with COVID because he's never had to sing any for us.
So, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I only started like really looking after my voice after I thought I was looking after my voice, and then went on our first tour in Europe and nearly lost my voice every night because I didn't know how to look after myself properly. So since then, like, I'm vegan, drink loads of green tea.
Yeah, but you still eat oranges, don't you?
I hate oranges. Love grapes. So yeah, just practice every day. Watch what you eat. Don't drink too much.
This is hilarious.
Too much lager. I do practice
do
every day.
a 20 to 30 minute warm up before each show. Yeah,
You were really well behaved on tour, though. Like, you
Damn
did,
right I
you
was.
did drink.
I
half
did
as
not.
Yeah, only because he was skin.
much. Oh yeah, that's
Absolute trash. That is telling you now.
Right, there's a load of Dayseeker questions here. Anissa has asked,
Yes, they are amazing.
Are we collaborating with Dayseeker? Or is it something you guys have in the works?
Not right now.
We don't currently have anything in the works with Dayseeker,
Nice.
but if you're
Vicious
watching,
lie.
then get it on.
Hey, Rory.
Yeah, come on, Rory, get it sorted. US tour eventually with Dayseeker. Come on, Rory, get it sorted. There you go. Is there a chance for a deluxe edition in the future with some unreleased songs on? Ooh. I'd say there's likely to be a deluxe edition, but it might be songs you've already heard, but maybe different.
I can't.
Yeah.
Not at liberty to say.
We're knackered. Can you give us a rest? Just enjoy this one for a bit.
We've got some we've got some really cool ideas.
We're not putting that
Got
demo
some
on.
really
Just
cool
leave it.
ideas.
What's this one? Tara. Random, but when you guys go on tour, do you just get time off work? Are they accommodating for it? So me and Benji work here, and they are very accommodating for it. James prints all our merch and plays the drums. I don't know if he's mentioned that. His work are very accommodating.
best sponsors in the world.
Craig works for himself, and he's very accommodating to himself. Matt
Hi
will
there.
drop a job like a hot potato if we get any good gigs. So they don't need to be accommodating.
I've gone through about 11 jobs in the last 3-4 years.
The first thing he says in the interview, they go, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm so what's your name?" And he goes, "How many holidays do I get?" and by the way, I've already booked them. So can you get these on the road and then we'll
Pre-booked.
Then
Yeah.
I might come to work.
Pre-booked.
pre-book. So yeah, so everyone's accommodating, and Matt's place of work doesn't get a say in the matter.
And if you're not accommodated, then
You don't work there.
I end up unemployed, don't I?
Have we got any more questions? Oh yeah, look, James's mate. Nicole's
Vortex.
giving the Vortex shout out.
Vortex.
Very accommodating. She loves working there despite handing
This
it
is
out.
your career now. Follow that to my boss.
Yeah, Greg.
People disagree.
Greg, we're gonna get you his boss's email, and you can just do the relevant paperwork.
Send her a video.
The hidden one. We
Get
have
it
spotted you. The hidden one. How long did it take you to complete the album?
No.
A lot longer than initially expected.
We started Benji started the demos like before the EP come out.
Yeah, so January 2019 until October 2020.
Until we literally got told that we must submit the album.
Till 3 minutes before dancing.
So I don't know,
Practice
that's that 18 months?
Maths
It
is
would-
hard. after a
decent
couple of.
amount of time.
We knew we had like loads of tours coming up there, like straight after the EP come out, so that's why.
You make sure you're munching the crisps while you're talking.
No.
It's coming through nicely on the speakers. What is the story of the album cover?
You know we're going for a meal in after.
Well, that's for you.
I'll take this one.
Nice, isn't it?
So, the album cover was never meant to be done by me. We had hired somebody to do all the graphics, and
Be nice.
that didn't work out. I'm very nice all the time. And that didn't work out, so I sort of took on board the next single that was coming out, Lost in Echoes.
Uh-huh.
And then it just kind of, we just never
Snowballed.
we just never looked for anyone else, and the guys were like, "Oh, these are good. Chris, can you more of these?" And day by day, different deadlines appeared, and then we had an album cover. But it's all tied into the tarot cards. We've got a tarot card for each song, and we've got one for the album. An interesting tidbit: the hand on the album cover is my hand and my girlfriend's hand,
Yeah, it is.
because I couldn't find any good reference photos online, so I just took photos of his own hand and traced over that. So yeah, thank you for everybody who said nice things about the album artwork and the sleeve and the booklet and all that. Thank you very much.
Thanks for liking our band.
Yeah, cheers for making us feel cool.
Shall we wrap this
We are.
jazz up?
We are cool, James. I agree. Nice. And that's
Falling
secured
down
it.
off
Did you
my
see
knee.
the coolness happening there?
James, do you want to tell
No, 2 hours,
one
not.
last joke?
You want another joke?
No. more
Yes,
jokes.
let's have another joke.
Go on, let's have one then.
Come on, mate.
And not your life story.
Why can't
Yeah.
a bicycle stand up on itself?
Why? I don't know.
Because it's too tired.
Oh my god, that was better than the first one. To be fair, like,
He also plays drums, guys.
Thank
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because we're hitting the. Is that 2 hours? Is that how that works?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
2 hour mark. So it's now time for
Oh,
the shameless plug of the album.
Yay!
Here's one that we have
Here's one we
commandeered from
made
over there.
earlier.
Yeah, bring them in. The aforementioned album artwork here. So yeah, we'd be really
It's not
appreciative
fair.
if you could spare a bit of
That's
change
right.
to purchase either the vinyl or the CD, which I've taken apart to read the lyrics. You can get them anywhere in the world. So if you live in Australia or Zimbabwe or the North Pole, you can get this album. So you can get it.
Yeah.
There's 3 variants of it. There's what's this one? Let's see what we got. Craig's got the European variant
And UK.
and UK variant. I've got the sharp tone variant, the cream egg.
The
Say it.
cream egg.
The cream egg.
Can I open this?
It is open already.
It's not.
It's
Yeah,
not open.
it's-
That one's the splatter one, and that one's
It's
mine.
out.
No, it's mine.
Oh.
It's mine. That one. I wanted that one sealed. You bastard. Right. So sharp tone. I need another one. Yellow splatter, please. Send it on. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, you can buy any of the variants. It just might cost you a bit more if you're an American and you want the UK variant, but you can get it.
and you can get it signed.
If you get the UK version, we have signed them. It's signed on the actual vinyl, and we've got a little insert that goes in.
on the vinyl cover, not on the actual vinyl.
The vinyl is the vinyl. Edgy. It's not on the plastic, so when you open it, you go, "Oh, and the signatures are gone." So yeah, head over to our site. We've got exclusive merch. You can get it signed by us, or you can get it from any of those other places. Again, I think if you buy really quick from Banquet, you could maybe get a ticket for the live stream acoustic that these guys are doing tomorrow. Thank you to everybody who's already bought. If you can't afford to buy, just stream it. It really helps us out.
Show your
Share it.
friends.
Yeah, tell everybody about it. We want to get really big, cool rock star sort of live. So anything you can do, book a ticket to come to a gig.
Granddad.
We really appreciate it. There's a lot of things you can do where you don't have to spend money. Just telling people about it, liking, commenting, sharing, all that sort of stuff. We really appreciate it. And I think I speak for all the guys in we've been overwhelmed with the support we've got. It's day one. I think Benji said that we've had over 1,000 streams just today.
It's been ridiculous.
100,000.
100,000 streams.
Ridiculous.
Even I'm 100 times more happy about that. I think we're currently number 2 in the iTunes rock charts in America,
Yeah.
and we're creeping up the UK ones. So we couldn't do that without you guys. So we're all gonna go get pissed now. So we're gonna somebody sound the party alarm now. Thank you all. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.